Everything you say on this show, you should be saying on a platform in front of thousands of people. Okay? That's how you help us. That's how you help us.
I'm just saying, when I do talk to people, don't go for the misdirection. Don't go for the easy stuff. It's just like going into a classroom. They give you all the easy stuff. You never advance. They might put you in the next grade, but you still got the knowledge of the grade behind you, if not the grade behind that. And that's what I try to do. I try to study politics, whereas nobody can push the narrative off on me if I've been educated enough on certain things so I don't get caught on the little things. Because the little things don't make me be disgruntled about my government that's working me. Yeah. It makes me disgruntled toward my fellow man. I don't want to be disgruntled toward my fellow man because he in the same boat I am. He's just trying to make it.
Yeah.
He's just trying to get his family to the next level and pay his mortgage, pay his car note. Like I said, putting savings in my daughter's college fund and her trust fund for years. And then out of nowhere, somebody tell me it's all gone because of politics. Real fucking politics. And I got a problem with that. Yeah. Because how many people have died from it? How many people? Nobody even talks about it. You know, just like right now, we can see what's going on television with the two presidential candidates. And like I tell people, I don't pay attention to it because I don't want to get worked. I don't want to get worked because it's a bigger picture. It's a bigger picture. I was just having some conversations with the people the other day about Biden has said racist things. Biden's a racist. This, that, and the other. You know what I put down? He might be a racist. But don't bring up racism when it's convenient. If you're not going to point it out whenever you see it, for whoever it is in politics, then just don't bring it up when you for one guy and not for the other guy. Because anybody that was born in the fucking 40s, he can't help but be a racist. Not saying that he's a racist now, but he came up in a racist climate. I don't care how intelligent he was and how much money he had, this, that, and the other. It is what it is. We're talking about mid-70s, both guys, mid to late 70s. Closer to 80 than 70. Now, all of a sudden, the guy's going to be the Branch Rickies of the world? Hell, I'm serious. Yeah. You know what Branch Rickey had, what kind of mindset and forethought this guy had to have to do what he did at that time, 1947? That's the guy that had to see the future and had to get his bias, ways or whatever, if there were ever in him, out of him. Because this got to work. Yeah. I got to make this work. How many people step up and do that? Because I knew you're going to catch flack. You know I'm going to be getting the knives all in my back, baby.
Yep.
So these guys were born around the time that was taking place. I mean, I'm just thinking about how long ago that was. These guys were just being born.
Yeah.
And Branch Rickey was already putting this into place. I mean, people got that kind of guts, man.
Not many, man. Not many.
How many? I mean, people got that kind of guts to say, hey, brother, I'm going to go out here knowing you're going to hate me, knowing you're going to call me this. I could ruin my money. I could lose money. And to rich people, that's their Sundays. But I want to win so bad. And I'm going to bring this guy in and I'm going to tell him, brother, you're going to take some flack. Just like in the military, you're going to take some flack. But I'm right here with you, baby. I'm going to take it with you. You can't retaliate. I can't retaliate. We got to walk down this rabbit hole, brother. We got to make it work.
Yeah.
How many people got that kind of forethought, bro?
Not many.
Because you know what? He saw the bigger picture.
Yeah.
He didn't go for the okie doke. I see the bigger. And that's why I say and believe some of the things I do. It's a bigger picture than what any of us can grasp the minute things.
Yeah.
And then we make it into something big. And the very people that implement this look at us and go, look at them, bro. I throwed a couple of pennies on the ground and they think it's $1. Still a penny.
Yeah.
Still a penny. But you've been made to believe it's $100 bill. I ain't that kind of person, bro. And like I said, if I ran for any kind of, and so many people in, I don't know, I'm starting to believe it now. Say the same thing you said. Why don't you run for office?
Yeah.
And I'm like, that's a joke, right? And they go, no, it's not a joke, man. I see when you talk to people, man, people like to listen to you. And I'm like, well, I'm just talking, man. And then when I did the debate with the Ivy League educated guy that was running for office here, I held my own, man. I held my own against him about some of the things that I would like to see implemented around the greater Houston area.
Yeah.
And I was asking him, what would he do? And he was like, well, the one guy would bring up stuff, and then I would bring up, not as knowledgeable as he are about, the sophisticated politics, but just going from the outside looking in. And he had to come to me and say, look, brother, man, that was nice. We had a good time. Yeah. But I made it funny also. You know what I'm saying? And engaging. So people would
but then why don't you're not answering the question? Why don't you?
Well, first of all, I'm not, like I've said on this show many times, I'm not a conservative or a liberal.
Right.
And I was, it's no way I got one of those parties behind me. It's no way. Because once you run, they own you. And I got a problem with being owned. I would have to run as an independent. If I ran, I would have to run as an independent because I don't want to be owned by anybody. And everybody knows, I've said this in many, many occasions. You look at how many different positions that African Americans, which is the political correct term that America has adopted, I frankly like to be called black. But if you look at how many African Americans that have held mayor's jobs, alderman jobs, congressman jobs, senators jobs, only a few senators though, but chief of police jobs all over the United States of America. What's really changed? Not a lot. You know why? Because you're owned by the party.
No.
You can only do so much. And that goes all the way up to the presidency.